Hey, it's Mr. Shrum, and I am back with advisory. We actually have a virtual college and career fair coming up this Wednesday. It's called Beyond High School, and this will be Tulsa Public Schools' first virtual college and career fair where different colleges and employers will be coming to this fair, and you will be able to virtually talk with them about their college or their company. And I think this could be a really cool thing to do. So, we're going to watch a video about how to navigate the Beyond High School page. And let's go there now and make sure the volume's all good. I think we're good.
This is the website for the Beyond High School Virtual Fair. On Wednesday, you'll come to the site and you'll navigate using these three buttons. If you'd like to explore colleges, you'll click here for exploring careers, and click here for our guest speakers. On the colleges page, you'll see some basic information about what you should talk to a school rep about. When you scroll down, you'll see all of the schools that have registered for this event. Each school, there will be a short video showing you a little bit more about their campus. Below that is the live chat feature. This link will take you directly into the Zoom link for the school rep. If you can't make it to the live chat and you want to schedule an appointment at a later time, this is a link that will help you do that. It might be a link to a Google form, or it might be their phone number or their email in order for you to make an appointment. These are all of the colleges that we have registered. And down at the bottom, you will see the option to go and explore careers. The careers page is very similar to the colleges page, but instead we give you a video that tells you what you should talk to an employer about. And then you'll see the same thing. You'll see a short video that talks about the company, the link for the live chat to go into their Zoom, and then a way for you to make appointments later. If you need any help during the fair, you can always click this help button. It'll take you to the help page that lists some frequently asked questions. The video you're watching right now will be posted here. And then this button will take you into a Zoom room where you can come ask us for help. Have a great day and enjoy the fair.
Okay, so that was a pretty comprehensive how-to video. And then I think we'll look at this video here about talking to a school rep. So if you're talking to a representative from a college, here are some tips or questions to think about asking.
Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is focused on questions that you may consider asking during either a college fair or an information session, because maybe you aren't even sure that you have these questions in your mind to begin with, and then later on during your application process you realize, man, I wish I would have asked this back when I met with the admissions person. So these are just kind of ideas of questions that you could ask, and maybe you can grab a couple of them and ask them to the admissions person that comes visit your school or that you meet at the college fair. So the first 10-ish questions are going to be focused on admissions and the admissions process at that particular school, and then the last 5 or so are going to be focused on just academics or regular different things that don't necessarily have to do with the admissions process specific to that college. Make sure that you don't, if you're in a group setting, make sure that you don't hog the information session by asking all of these questions or multiple questions, but simply pick the ones that relate to yourself and ask those. So the first question that you can ask is, what are the acceptance rates for students who apply early decision as opposed to students who apply regular decision? That's if you're considering applying early decision to that school and they tell you that early decision they accept 40% of people and regular decision they accept 10% of people, then you know what to do. You can also maybe ask, if you're wondering, if more than one student from the same high school applies, does that play for or against a specific student, or does it not matter? So if you and your best friend are both applying to the University of Delaware, do they look at each one of you separately 100%, or do they look at you as, well, they went to the same high school, but this one has 3 more APs than this one, so we're not going to accept this one? You know, just if you want to ask that question. You can also ask, how important is blank in the admissions decision? So that blank can be filled by GPA or leadership positions or class rank. You can also ask, how does having a part-time job affect your application? You can also simply say, are your admissions need blind? When they're need blind, it means that they don't look at whether you need financial aid or not, so they don't look at whether you're going to need it or not. They just look at you as just academically and as an applicant, regardless of your income. You can ask them, in your opinion, what makes for an excellent college application essay? Maybe they'll give you some helpful tips that you can include with the ones that I share in my How to Have a Great Statement essay. So, personal statement essay. There's some great tips. If you're interested, you can ask them whether they look more favorably upon a student who is very well-rounded or a student who kind of has chosen to specialize in a certain talent and hone that through the whole 4 years and maybe not focus so much on like different aspects of involvement. So for example, let's say that you're a dancer and you practice 20 hours a week and you do like 3 major shows per academic year, then you can ask them, you know, would it play against me that has basically been my only extracurricular aside from community service? That could be a good question to ask, and it could answer a very real question. You can ask them who they recommend for you to ask for a recommendation letter, even what their ideal applicant looks like, and compare that to yourself. You can also ask them what are some common mistakes that they see in applications. And then the next 4 questions are questions that are kind of more all over the place, that have to do with either what you did during high school and not necessarily how things are going to affect you in the admissions process. So the first thing is, are there particular courses or classes that they like for their applicants to have taken during high school? And then if they say yes, we like for them to take 4 years of so-and-so, 3 years of so-and-so, blah, 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 and you haven't, then you can ask them, well, what if I haven't taken them? Will that basically mean that I have no chance of getting in? You can ask them how heavily they weigh SAT or ACT scores, or if they look at standardized testing as a big component of the application. You can also ask questions that have to do with the specific major that you intend to go for, or if you're going to apply as undecided or you're not sure, you can ask them if applying as an undecided major or undeclared will affect you negatively for what your chances are of acceptance. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys, and thank you for watching my videos and staying subscribed. And if you haven't, subscribe for updates and new videos. Bye!
Okay, so that video kind of goes over some decent questions to ask a college rep. So college reps are people that are, their whole job is to talk to students and talk to them about what they think about college. They want to answer your questions as best as they can. So don't stress out about the fair or talking to people and making a great first impression. Just be you, be curious, and don't be afraid to ask any question you have. There are no dumb questions when it comes to this type of stuff. It can be a little confusing, but if you slow down, think it through, and the earlier you prepare, the easier it will be to apply to college and to go through the whole process. However, in addition to colleges, there will also be companies and employers if you're thinking maybe a more technical route or something that does not need a 4-year degree from a university, but maybe a 2-year technical degree or something that specializes in a certain area.
Hi everyone, it's Andy Lasavita, founder of Mile Walk and the Mile Walk Academy and award-winning author of The Hiring Prophecies, here with this week's episode of Tips for Work and Life. We're going to talk about job fairs. So for all you college students or professionals that visit these job fairs filled with loads of companies and loads of people trying to get in some time with them, I've got one for you today, and more specifically, how I would spend my 5 minutes that you're likely only to get when you go visit one of those booths. So before I dive into how I would spend my 5 minutes, I want to talk about what exactly not to do, because I think it's the biggest mistake that people make when they go to these things. Now, about a month or so ago, I did a blog post titled "The #1 Reason Why You Do Not Get Hired." And I would take a look at that video and that post because it's the same reason why you don't get called back after a job fair. And it has to do with the individual or the job seeker spending an awful lot of time trying to get out everything there is to know about them, or what they think are their highlights, or what they think are their best attributes or most hireable skills. It's a big mistake. You might spend a lot of time talking about things that, while great about yourself and you're fantastic at, the employer doesn't care. The employer doesn't need to know that. The employer is looking for something else. So what I would do to make sure that you can spend those few minutes where you're getting to tell them about yourself is I would figure out exactly what they need to know and what they want to hear. So what I would do is I would go up to the person who was working the booth, or whoever was taking the resumes or feeling the insight from the job seekers, and I would say, "Hi, my name's Andy Lasavita. I'd love to share a little bit about myself and learn about your company. Before I do that, could you tell me what you're looking for in an entry-level candidate? Or could you tell me what the most important skills are in whatever position it is that you are looking to attain?" And then give them a minute or two to share with you, "Well, we're looking for somebody with this kind of background, or these kind of skills, or these kind of traits." Detail-oriented, great communication skills, engineering students, whatever it might be. Collect that insight right there. They'll give it to you in a minute or two. And then when you have your couple of minutes to share yourself with them, just highlight how you match what they're looking for. Now what you're doing is you're giving them exactly what they need to understand about you, and more importantly, you're planting some breadcrumbs in their mind that are going to make you memorable. "Boy, that John Smith, he seemed to match exactly what we needed. We need to call him back." And what most of them do right then, as soon as you leave, is they put a little star or a 1 or a 2 or a 5 or a 10 on your resume, because they're talking to so many people they can't possibly remember everybody. But in that instant, they'll put a gold star on yours and you'll likely get a call back. So I hope that helps. That's how I would spend my 5 minutes. So just to recap, introduce yourself, be bright, be positive. Say, "So that I could best share my experiences with you to help you know whether I'm a good fit. Can you describe what you're looking for in your entry-level candidates or whatever position it is?" And then spend your couple or 3 minutes describing how you match that. All right, until next week, have a good one. If you're watching this anywhere other than my YouTube channel or my blog, hop over to the Tips for Work and Life. I've got loads of great information for college students, professionals of all kinds, job seekers, people who need help writing their resume. It's all out there, so visit Tips for Work and Life. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know if this helps. And until next week, have a great one.
Okay, so also good tips. It is a good idea to ask them what they're looking for so you can be more specific and direct about how you're a good fit for a certain company, right? Although you may have other interests or other interesting things to share about yourself, you only have a certain amount of time with these people. So you want to make the best impression and target yourself as an applicant to whatever they're looking for. But yeah, those are solid tips. And to find the time your school will be attending, so it'll be your home school, and to register, you'll click this link and it will take you to this page, and you'll click on student registration. So before Wednesday, November 18th, this Wednesday, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's not all day. You won't be there all day. It'll depend on your home school. So here we go. Students, you will attend the virtual fair during the time block below. The first 10 minutes will be a welcome how-to / giveaway that you don't want to miss. So let's say your homeschool is Booker T, right? So you'll be welcomed at 9 a.m. and then that first 10 minutes will be the how-to / giveaway. And then at 9:10, you'll be able to explore the fair until 10. Okay? So the first hour, it looks like Booker T and Central will be welcomed. And then at 10 a.m., Daniel Webster, East Central. And then Edison, Preparatory, McLean, and so on and so forth. So if you are in high school, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, this is a really cool opportunity. And once you register, you'll be able to put in your name, your school, your grade level, sophomore, junior, senior. After high school, what do you plan to do? Are you more college, university oriented, or more workforce, technical? What areas are you interested in? So you can choose more than one. IT, law, manufacturing, science, technology, engineering, math, transportation, architecture, civil service, arts, video technology, communications, all types of stuff here. Hospitality, tourism. And then once you submit, you'll be able to get in and then see all of the companies and colleges and universities that will be attending. But I think that is a pretty cool opportunity for you all. And I will post this in the announcements, and hopefully you guys will have a good time. I think this is the first time they've done a virtual college career fair, so let me know how this goes. But I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Send me a message in Canvas, and I will help you as soon as possible before Wednesday. All right, that's all I have for you. Have a good one, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.